Hello there, everybody. It's Usha Chudasama calling from Healing Feeling, the organization that transforms lives through training and therapy. Now, what I'd like to talk to you about today is beliefs on the theme of emotional literacy, which is the past couple of videos that I've done. We're talking about self-awareness and having and understanding ourselves. So that self-awareness looks at our emotions, and that's the starting point, really. So and then I noticed that people were using the words emotions and feelings interchangeably, so I did another video. So do check those out. But this one is about beliefs, because once we have our emotions and we have a feeling towards that emotion, we then put meaning to that, which then creates our beliefs. And today I'd like to talk to you about, so beliefs is basically a state of mind. A state of mind which a person thinks that something is actually true when actually it was based on a feeling. Now remember that when this all happens when we were children, so as we're growing up, we're having different experiences and we're putting meaning to those experiences based on what we've heard from our parents or neighbors or friends or um, people from religious places or from TV or radio or any of those other influences. We put meaning to that feeling, and it's not necessarily true. It's based on a perception depending on how old we were at the time. So beliefs are subjective and they're not factual. They can be changed, and that's the good news. So in my blog, I've talked about how beliefs are formed. I've talked about how what happens when as we're a child. So I've taken it, broken it right down. So do read it, and how it plays out in adulthood. Now, when I'm working with my clients, parents, they talk about how their life might not be working. And when we break it right down, we look at some of their beliefs and values and what they believe about the issue that they're having, whatever that might be. And we notice that actually some of those beliefs came from their own childhood. And the biggest negative or not negative, but self-limiting belief that I come across is that I'm not good enough. And a lot of the times that's because our own parents um, compared us with other children as a way of disciplining or as a way of motivating us to do better. But really, from a child's perspective, they actually think that whatever they produce isn't good enough. So they see themselves as not good enough. And that is a really limiting belief that can be difficult to shift, for people to come out of their comfort zones. But the good news is that it is possible. From what we know about neuroscience and neuroplasticity, we know that we can actually change the rewiring. We can rewire our brains to think more positively. So a limiting belief of I'm not good enough can be I can do whatever I put my mind to with success. So one of the ways that I tend to work is through affirmations. One of the books that I really love is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, which helped me to change my life. And I have used and implemented affirmations for a long time now. So I think it's about 16 years. And that is, so what I tend to do now is I kind of fuse affirmations with psychology and bring those two together with the scientific background, so that it's not just woo woo or airy fairy. It's actually used to help people to um, change the way of thinking so that they're not stuck in their negative self-belief. So how is this linked to emotional literacy? Well, beliefs are, believe it or not, very very much connected with how we see ourselves. And so helping people to change their belief systems in a way that helps them to move forward in life so that their life flows is part of the work of transformation. So what I'd like to do is just leave you with the words of Gandhi, and something he said was, our beliefs become our thoughts. Our thoughts become our words become our habits become our values, and our values become our destiny. So you can see that beliefs and values actually do very much mesh together, and they are very much connected, and it all depends on how we are thinking about ourselves. So next up, I'm going to do a video about the next step, which I haven't decided yet, but you watch out for the next video and the next blog. But it will be based around emotional literacy, empathy, and self-awareness. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Remember, you don't have to believe the belief that is limiting you anymore. You can actually change it. And call me if you want some help with that, or if you have any questions about the video or the blog. So I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.